Covering the Universal Orlando Resort for over 5 years, you are listening to the Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 238 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast. I'm your host, Tracy. Why'd you put her in charge? No prizes for guessing who that is. Hello, everyone. And we have Darren.
What's up, Internet?
And we still have no Hunter.
Oh, I really wanted to say something there, but I can't with clean.
We need to put his face on the side of a milk carton. I think he's just gone missing.
Bless him.
Yeah. Still having fun on the West Coast.
Yes.
Yes.
Which means because he's not here, the topic that we were going to do this week, we're now not.
Yeah, no roast Hunter this week.
Oh,
there's a show
what
idea.
Oh, that could be good.
Roasts.
Tracy and I did exactly the same thing there. Oh my God, what a great idea that could be.
Oh boy.
That
I'm
could
very
be
fragile.
funny. Oh.
I'll go easy on you, Darren.
Oh, I think that could be. I think that could be an idea.
I think that'd be
About
better.
my beer.
Oh man, like I get roasted on Diz After Dark every week, so I'm used to it anyway.
I think that could
Oh,
be better
gosh,
though
yeah.
for a live show when we're over there next with a proper audience.
That could be
I was
fun.
gonna say I'll bring Craig Lucas on as my ringer. I'll just let him go to town. We'll just kick back.
Nobody had survived that one.
Yeah.
that could be a fun idea, actually.
Yeah, we'll explore that.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody stop panicking. So how are we all?
Good.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I want to be extra nice to everyone.
Oh yes, and I do
My
keep
favorite
diaries.
people in the world. Yes.
It's 6 years of history to go through.
Are we only allowed to go back 6 years, Lee?
6 years, by the way.
We've got 20 years of history. I've got
Wow.
20 years of it on you.
So we're 12 episodes away from doing 250. And at this point, what, about 6 weeks away from hitting our 6-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, just do it for a little while, he said.
Who knows where this will go?
Remember, Lee, at 250, you guaranteed everyone you'd buy us cars. So
Oh,
I will be waiting for that.
just so you know, everyone, 249 is the last one. Toy cars, I can buy you a toy car.
It's the toy Yoda. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I have plans in the works for our anniversary episodes at this point.
Do me a favour. Let us know.
Well, you're going to have
I was
to
gonna
for
say-
one of
But I
them.
was going to say, let us know more than 24 hours before.
I've been
That'd be
meaning
good.
all last week to put it in the little group and let everyone know because there will be homework.
Yes.
Okay.
But then I'm working on a guest for the other one.
Okay.
For the show for the show we're recording tomorrow, get your whole life story together real quick.
Yeah.
Just the important bits. All right, cool.
So, a little bit different this time.
Then what?
guess.
You always say that.
Well, you always give me the ones that are a little bit different. Well, we're not just gobbing onto each other, are we? You know, it's
We
not
kind
news
of
or
are
anything.
at this point.
Well, yes. So this show we're exploring an article that was written on wesh.com, which was entitled 25 Things You May Not Know About Universal Orlando.
I didn't actually realise how old this article was. I quite often scroll through Facebook and see things, I'll copy that link because I'll save that for later. That could be a good show topic. I think it was actually written about 18 months ago.
Now,
Yeah, it's like you might not know that one kid at the Ghostbusters show gets to go on stage.
I don't think it's that old.
now, not blowing our trumpets, but I'll be surprised if there is anything in here that we don't know.
Yeah, well, we've kind of done a lot of this sort of stuff before.
I'd be disappointed if we don't know it
of
all.
our own, but there's a few bits in there. Anyway,
Okay. Well, I haven't actually scrolled forward to see what's in there. So,
Well, if you know everything, you just get to feel superior.
as I do ordinarily.
Exactly. So everybody wins.
Lee, why don't you start us off?
so the first one on the list is entitled From Green Slime to Blue Men. And it says, many guests today know the Sharp Aquos is that how it's pronounced? Aquos. The Sharp Aquos Theatre to be home to the Blue Man Group show at Universal Orlando City Walk.
You see, now when you said green slime, I thought Ghostbusters.
No. But did you know that building used to be the Nickelodeon Studios, Florida?
I did.
Yes.
Darren's been there. We've seen the video.
Yes, we have.
Next time you're there, check the bathroom floors for a little green slime tribute from the home of the Blue Men. That's cool. That's cool, that they still left that in.
That sounds terrible. Sounds like the custodians need sacking.
I think it's going to be like those little tributes like that. I think it's going to be interesting. We kind of mentioned it a bit last week. It'll be interesting to see what little nods they leave to Twister when Fallon opens.
I hope they do. Yeah. It's always nice when they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, careful taking pictures of that little relic. You want to make sure that your the clicking sound on your camera's off, because it is a bathroom.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I've done that before.
Oh, yeah.
I take pictures of everything when we're in the parks, and people walk in and like, what the hell are you doing?
I was stood in one of the bathrooms with the audio recorder.
Oh, Springfield.
Yeah, it was at the Android's dungeon.
Yeah. That's how weird we are.
And there was a woman come out, she was cleaning, and she was like mopping and looking at me, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like when we were there last time and I was stood outside the queue for Quandary thing trying to get a recording of that. And you just stood with your arm up in the air and think, what the hell is he
Can
doing?
I just say, if you stood like that, you actually look like Freddie Mercury. You haven't got the tash, but you look like Freddie Mercury.
I want to break free.
Nice.
So yes, Nickelodeon Studios is something we've never experienced.
No.
Oh yeah, I did. My first trip there, and I'll never forget it. That was like one of the coolest experiences, and that's like one of those things that really cemented Universal as my favorite theme park as a young kid. Was going to the Nickelodeon Studios, and they had shows that the shows that they were doing weren't actually going on air, but they treated it like it was.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so you'd sit there, and I think it was like a half-hour long show. It was called Nickelodeon Game Lab. So they'd have kids play like a Sega Genesis game, and then do a couple of like the Double Dare kind of stunt things,
awesome. And
then one could get slimed every time. So that was like the kind of format that they would do, and the kids would sit apart from the parents. They have the parents sit on one side, because the kids would be like the kid audience, and they'd have cameras on and everything, and it really made you feel like you were on the set of one of those shows that you were watching all the time. So it was a really awesome thing to see. And if you want to see a few of the relics that are left on there, Adam the Woo did a video where he kind of snuck backstage a little bit there and took some video of what's left of the Nickelodeon Studios upstairs over there.
Cool.
I don't know if it's all still there or not, but yeah, if you search Adam the Woo Nickelodeon Studios, it'll be the first result that comes up for you.
Sounds like a very similar idea to how they used to do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire play at Hollywood Studios. We used to love that.
Without slime.
Yeah.
But it's like that. It wasn't live. It wasn't like you didn't go out on air, but it was you were treated like it was an actual recording of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You have like stage managers running around with headphones on and that kind of thing. It's really cool.
It's cool.
I've got a question, actually. So the kids that did get slimed, I assume that they then were taken off to get showered or something.
Yeah, I always wonder that.
I guess you get like toweled off and you get a free shirt, like a Nickelodeon Studios shirt. So you'd trade off your messed up shirt that you wore there for a Nickelodeon shirt, or you'd change into it to begin with. I don't remember what it was. Right. Like they give you a different shirt to change into, and then you get slimed in that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how that worked out, and I also remember that the slime was like extremely washable stuff, because they don't want to ruin anybody's stuff.
No. Yeah. Can you imagine them doing that in the parks today? No.
They should. They should.
There's nothing like that on the kids' TV now. Is crap compared to what it used to be.
It's all health and safety crap.
Yeah.
I don't have anything like that. Like nothing kids game show wise nowadays that they used to have. Like you think like our equivalent of that Nickelodeon type thing was probably what Funhouse.
So we had Double Dare.
Did we?
Yeah.
I never used to watch it.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the bloke who did it. But yeah, we had Funhouse, which
Mark
was
Summers. Mark Summers Double Dare.
No, we had an English bloke.
Oh, it was a different guy.
Yeah. He looked like somebody's dad. He had
It
dad.
probably was
I
somebody's
know,
dad.
but he had dad hair. And it was just, I can't remember who it's called.
I'm
Somebody
gonna
out there remember.
I'm going to look it up.
So, yeah. Anyway, Darren, would you like to take the next one?
Sure. Hidden songs help rock your ride. I heard you play through all the songs on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket Roller Coaster. Nope. There's a secret playlist of even more songs to choose from. Just hold down the ride's logo for 10 seconds after getting buckled in, then enter a 3-digit code on the number pad that pops up and press enter to rock out to a secret song. You can click here.
Yeah, you can't. I forgot to take that out.
Click on the sound of my voice for a full list of songs and their corresponding numbers. You can search it online. It's really easy to find those. And they do change a little bit from time to time.
All right.
When they had the bands come through, I think it was like the first Mardi Gras or maybe it wasn't the first one, the second or third. I remember them adding like All American Reject songs on there. Onto the secret playlist and stuff. So, and then also Rock the Universe.
Didn't they do it for One Direction as well when they came over? I'm sure they added some of their songs on. Yeah, I want to say they did it when Big Time Rush recorded there as well.
Big Time Rush recorded One Direction.
Yeah, that's one we talked about a lot. But the craziest one is I think Rainbow Connection, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of all the ones that are on there, but a lot of metal actually.
Yes.
So you can tell some metalheads work on that ride that they picked some of the secret songs there. So
Have you ever done it, Darren?
the secret song?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was back when I could look it up on my phone like seconds before I got on the ride.
Yeah. See, I can't remember my own name most of the time. Never mind remember how to do that. Remember a code.
Before, every time we've gone out, I've got, right, I'm gonna remember a few of them and take them in, and then whenever I go, I forget. And the last time we rode it, I was like, all right, I'm just going to press it and see if I can come up with one. So I just put in a random number and thought I'd got a secret song and then realised I hadn't.
Yeah, it's just Crystal Method again.
It was Summit and Cadillacs. I think it's in Terminator 2 soundtrack, actually. And I thought, I've got a secret song. No, you haven't. It's already on the set list. So.
Right. So number 3, the secret to the smoke in the Flaming Moe. Ever wonder how the Flaming Moe drink gets its smoky appearance? No, not really.
Cigarettes.
Patty and Selma. Well, wonder no more. There's a compartment at the bottom of the cup that holds dry ice, very safe, so that when the drink is served, the dry ice bubbles up, creating the smoky haze. Yeah.
Now, how many times has a little sliver of that come through?
Jade got it.
It happens.
Jade got
burnt on it when we were over in 2013.
It's not going to do your stomach any good.
Wasn't there a girl killed with dry ice over here not long before that?
She did drink a whole load of it. Yeah, stomach ruptured.
Because there was a lot of rumours before Diagon Alley opened that they were supposed to be doing some sort of Hogwarts Express drink and they were going to do it the same way.
Mm.
And J.K. Rowling's like, no, I'm not interested in killing children.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's not. It's I don't.
Have you had one?
Yes. I told you it was weak orange squash. It was terrible.
It's cool.
Exactly. It's like Fanta.
Yeah.
Watered down Fanta.
Yeah.
And they're expensive.
But you know what? They're more expensive than a Duff.
Jade was obsessed
and I
with them.
know what I'd rather have.
It was every time.
Like half a glass, too.
Yeah.
Half a glass of Fanta.
And I can have a whole pint of Duff for less.
Every time we walked into Springfield and went up to the bar, and we go, all right, what do you want? Raymond would be like, I'll have a squishy. You get a Duff. Jade's like, Flaming Moe. And it's like, you've had about 6. I'm not buying you another one.
Didn't matter where we were in the park.
Flaming Moe.
What do you want to drink?
It was the same when we went over for Stain Scream in 2015. We were in Springfield and Flaming Moe. And luckily they didn't do them, so I didn't have to buy you one.
I was just a beer head that whole trip. What was going on?
That's what killed you.
Wasn't. Right. Carry on in the same order.
It's me again.
It's you again.
This is the one you should have had that you already whinged at me.
I have.
3 shades of Duff Beer.
Nom, nom, nom.
Attentive fans of the Simpsons TV show know that every Duff Beer variety in the show is actually the same drink, just with different packaging. Is that? I didn't actually know that. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched The Simpsons for a very long time.
Well, shame on you.
In the real world, however, Duff Beer holds true to its label. This is not actually true anymore, this, so I'm going to
No.
change this one up because there are actually 4 shades of Duff Beer now at this point.
There are.
Yeah.
So yes, there's Duff Beer is an American amber lager.
Delicious.
So what's that equivalent to of just like a lager over here? Because their lager and our lager is different, isn't it? Ours is a European lager.
No, it's more of a light beer than a lager.
Right. Duff Light is a traditional pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Duff Dry is a toasted dark ale. So that's like a stout or not that?
About what I'm drinking now.
Like a hobgoblin.
This
Less
is
than
a
a
King
stout.
Goblin.
It's
It's
like
more-
a proper ale.
It's like a ruby ale.
Right.
Yeah, not so
it's-
thick,
Yeah.
but still with that like it says, like that toasted flavor. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a roasted, like dark flavor, like a coffee kind of almost.
Yeah.
It all tastes the same
Which
to me. So
I
you're preaching
actually
to someone else.
I haven't had a Duff Dry, so next time we're out,
Have you had all the others though?
I've had Duff Light and I've had Duff Beer. I
And
accidentally-
obviously the one that was out there when we were out for
And
Halloween Horror
the-
Nights
yeah,
was
which I-
the Dufftoberfest.
which I didn't like.
No, you said it was very hoppy,
It was
didn't
very
you?
hoppy. It was
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
hoppy. Like what do they say? It's like florally. It like
Yeah.
tastes like like
Yeah, it was
potpourri. Ugh,
yeah, it was too much.
not my kind of beer.
It was one of those things that you had to try it though. Like Tracy was like, I need to try Dufftoberfest because it's probably the only chance I'm going to get to try it.
Yeah, Duff Dry is sweet. It's got a sweeter, dry taste to it. So
As I say, it all tastes the same to me. It's all nasty. So
yeah,
More
but
for
all
me.
all of the Duffs are actually sweeter
Mm.
on average than like your average beer. So I do think they add just a little bit of sugar into the mix. All of them.
it's cool though that it is brewed specifically for
think it's
Springfield. I think
brilliant.
that's really cool.
And the fact that it actually does taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does help.
definitely. The next one I got here is why Diagon Alley is so jaws dropping. Huh.
Oh,
Diagon Alley has been a jaw-dropping hit at Universal Studios, but did you know that there are a bunch of Jaws references there?
yes.
That's because Diagon Alley replaced the Jaws section of the park. There's a record titled "Here's to Swimming with Bow-Legged Women" by the Quint Trio in the record shop window. Telescopes. What did I just say? Telescopes inside Wiseacre's gift shop, being made of Jaws boats, and even a set of Jaws from a shark inside the window of the apothecary shop on the street in Diagon Alley. These Jaws references will be sure to have you singing "Show Me the Way Home" like the shrunken heads in Nocturne Alley.
Yeah. I've got a video of the shrunken head singing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No shortage of homages to Jaws.
Which makes
You can tell
it makes
there's a
me
lot
very
of people
happy.
that have a lot of love. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of videos around of Thomas walking around Diagon Alley crying, asking, "Where is Jaws?"
yeah. God bless.
And then I think there was a video did the rounds not that long ago. There's a guy dressed up as an old skipper and asking all the team members of like, "Where's Jaws?"
Wait for my shift.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But again, like we've already discussed with the Nickelodeon thing and what we found that they do seem to leave little Easter eggs or little nods
Yeah.
to what was there previously, like
We've got all the Kong references.
yeah, in the Mummy, yeah, it's
Yeah.
so cool. Like the Back to the Future reference in the Simpsons, it's really cool. I do like that they do that.
yeah.
So
Bit of respect, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, unfortunately, Universal, they can't keep a lot of their old rides, but it's nice that they still do sort of give a nod
Yeah.
to certain things.
yeah.
Well, number 6, Superhero Island's Hidden Hero. Let's see what this says. All of the fantastic art of epic superheroes that cover Superhero Islands of Adventure, or Superhero Island in Islands of Adventure, you see my beer's kicking in now. The missing one thing, the signature of the hero who drew them. The story is that Adam... Is it Kubert?
I would say Cubert.
I just imagine the little guy jumping about now. Adam Kubert, the man behind the heroes, wasn't allowed to sign his art, so he hid his name in the pieces he painted. See if you can find the hidden Adam in the creases of the Hulk's open left hand, if that's still the same artwork.
Yes,
they're
have you?
using.
Oh no, I don't think it is
It says
actually.
I'm just thinking about that, yeah.
Hulk's not there anymore.
Have
No,
you seen these though?
I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I've seen them in other ones.
yeah, it's so cool.
They have like yeah, all the characters up and down, like every single one of them has his signature in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of like the way Matt Groening does it
I knew
with,
you were going to say that with
Homer. Yeah. So I've actually been trying to find Adam Kubert to get hold of him to see if he'll come on the show, actually.
Oh, that'd be cool.
This could be quite cool. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Especially if we just keep mispronouncing his name, he might get angry and come on to just put us right.
I still
Yeah, there
think
we
he
go.
listens.
Everybody listens. Don't be ridiculous.
They don't. I can guarantee you that. Moving on, number 7, the Mythical Monster underneath the Mythos Bridge. I've never heard this.
No,
I know
yes,
it's
you
there,
have.
but I don't ever remember
yes,
hearing
you
it.
have. We've stood
I
there for
have.
ages.
It says, right behind Mythos Restaurant is a bridge, and under that bridge lies a mythical creature. If you stand right on top of the bridge behind Mythos Restaurant in Islands of Adventure, you can hear the groans of a troll. Is it troll or troll?
Troll.
I don't... A troll in the dungeon. Quirrell.
Okay. Yeah, I know who it was.
But be warned, the troll isn't always there. So
No,
where is he?
He's too busy on Twitter and Facebook.
I unplugged my bloody thing because Google was shouting at me. Yeah, I don't remember hearing it.
Yes,
it's one
we
of those
stood
things I
there,
knew
we
that was
did.
there, but I don't ever remember hearing it.
It was pre-children.
Right, it was a while ago then.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, it's growling and like groaning and stuff like that
Yeah.
you hear as you go by.
I wonder if it's still there. Anyone heading to the parks, Darren, if you go soon, or anyone else, go and check it out and
Where
see
it
if it's
is.
still there.
Oh, well, I think it is.
I think it's still there.
Well, I
You just have
don't
to go at the right time, too. It's not, like it says there, it's not always on, so.
see. I don't think those twinkling bells as you walk across from Zeus Landing into Lost Continent are there anymore. That they used to be.
Oh.
You know, when you walk over
Yeah,
and
you
you get that
twinkle, I know the
transition with like the
twinklers, yeah.
twinkling bells, because I know Bill Kidd mentioned it to us when
Yeah.
we had him on. I don't ever remember hearing them the last few times we've been.
I think I have. Like the wind chime kind of sound?
Yeah.
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 I hope
think
so. 'Cause I like that. They're the little things that I love.
They have changed
I'll
a
check
lot
on
of
it.
things. Like we've discussed talking about Bill Kidd again, the way the music's played in Port of Entry. You know, that hasn't been done properly for a long time.
No. It's a
I actually had a
shame.
conversation on Twitter because someone didn't realise because someone had posted a Twitter video of the music just playing in Port of Entry, and I was like, oh, it's brilliant, but it's such a shame it's not used how it's supposed to be anymore. And they were like, what do you mean? And I explained, and they were like, oh, I didn't even realise that. That's so cool, but such a shame.
Yeah.
Mhm. Indeed. All right. Well, the next one I have here is a king hidden among the pharaohs. Whether you're embarking on Revenge of the Mummy ride, when you're embarking, whether what's going on?
Are you drinking, Darren?
No, not anymore.
You're getting vicariously drunk off Tracy.
When you're embarking on the Revenge of the Mummy ride at Universal Studios, keep your eye out for a King in the Treasure Room portion at the beginning of the ride. If you look to the front left of the room, you'll be able to see a little statue, a golden statue of King Kong beating his chest.
Never seen that either.
Yeah, very top left of the room.
Yeah. I made a mission the last few times we rode it to find it, and I did.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And then once you find that, like I said in the last show, there's a little ET Easter egg in there too on the top left corner of the screen as soon as you're coming into the room. So
I wonder if there's a Hanna-Barbera reference in a Jimmy Neutron one in Despicable Me. What was
I don't think so, but
What was in Shrek before Shrek? Was that
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think there's a
Can't see
reference
the
for
cape
him.
or anything.
Interesting.
Unless it's just a prop somewhere.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
While you ponder that. Number 9 is Make a Little Magic. In King's Cross Station from the London section of Diagon Alley, look to your left, and you'll see an advertisement poster, however you want to pronounce it, that says Make a Little Magic on it, which is very similar to the one Harry and Dumbledore stand in front of in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. It's a perfume advert.
Yes, I thought that was going to be something different by that headline, actually.
I did. But yes, it's... I'm just glossing over you.
What?
I'm not quite sure what...
No, I thought it was going to be the phone box.
Oh, I thought you were being rude. He normally is, so I'll just ignore him. Yeah, because it's that real expensive-looking perfume ad.
Yeah, it's the one at the beginning when Harry's been chatting up the girl in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And he looks across and Dumbledore's stood on the platform.
That's the one.
Yeah. Cool. Number 10. Cast a spell of your own in Diagon Alley. I think everybody knows this, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a hidden thing. If it is, Universal's not doing their job.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, using interactive ones available for purchase in the park at the astronomical fee. I think they're about $45 or $50 at this point.
50, I believe.
You can cast various spells throughout Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. It doesn't say that in there. In Universal Studios. Try yelling Meteorologynx and wave your wand to cause water to fall from the umbrella in a certain area of the park. Darren, do you own an interactive wand?
No, I do not.
Why did we not do it?
Excuse me, I don't even own a wand.
And
this
you
is
said
a travesty.
you were going to. The whole idea when we went out last time was you got a wand because you hadn't got one and you were going to get an interactive one and you didn't bother.
Do you know why? I wasn't paying that sort of money when I could just look around and see all the kids doing it. And I didn't actually like any of them enough to buy it. So there.
Is there still only a limited selection that are interactive, Darren? Have they got all of them now, do you know?
I think it's still a limited selection. I don't think they even plan on doing every single one of them as an
interactive one.
As an interactive one, no. Or you can just use any infrared light. Just saying.
I'll just get an ordinary wand and stand behind a kid and just do it anywhere.
Yeah, or just stand around. Somebody is bound to do it.
That's it. The only way it's ever going to feel special is if you happen. I think honestly, the best time to do any of these would be to get into Diagon Alley during Horror Nights when the place is absolutely dead.
There are some cool ones.
There are, but it's just it's one of those things that if you get in there and it's busy and you've just got a line of people, it's just kind of pointless, isn't it?
You just see it over and over again.
Yeah.
I like the Polish Pixies.
It did the same thing again.
The only one I can really remember, because the fountain, isn't it? There's that fountain in the middle. It's the only way you can get water out of it is by having that. And then there's like a big troll armor thing that when you do the spell, it all comes together.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
all near the hopping pot, isn't it?
There's Polish Pixies and a lamp.
Is there? Mm-hmm. There's quite a few, isn't there? Like, I was going to buy one because I wanted the map. The map's awesome, showing you where they all are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the type of thing I'd collect. I'd just buy the one to get the map, but I'd have to have another map so you could have both sides on display.
So in other words, we're buying 2 interactive ones next time we go out.
It costs you $100 just to have a map.
I'm sending out bookends.
Yeah.
I haven't found them.
Oh, they're upstairs, I think.
Oh, okay. There we go then.
All right. Well, the next one I have here is Dial Up Some Magic it says Diagon Alley, but you're going to dial up some magic in London, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So if you dial 62442, which is magic, in the phone booth outside of King's Cross Station, no, it's in the London section. It's way over. They will connect you directly to the Ministry of Magic.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it was one of the first things we did in when we went over there.
And I like how it's not just the same message over and over. There's different variations. Yeah, we got different things.
Cool.
I can't remember what we got.
Like the phone booth over in Springfield.
Yeah. Answer the phone. It's you, dingus.
Yeah, but again, just another stupid little reference that they didn't need to do that's really cool.
Yeah.
It is. I love stuff like that.
I think that's one of these. Like, I think most of these we're going to know about because we are,
if we didn't, there's something the matter.
Yeah, this is what we do every week. We talk about Universal, but I wonder how many like average Joe public that go to the parks just as like a holiday and don't do the type of research that the people listening to this do know about little things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's not advertised anyway. If you don't know, you're not going to walk in and go, but I wonder, see, I suppose it could if you get a proper hardcore Harry Potter fan that goes, let's go and see what happens, just out for a laugh.
Well, there's a little sign in there now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there is. But it's inside the...
Yeah, you still got to go in.
You'd actually have to go into the booth to see it,
Yeah.
And look down at where the placard is on it, so...
But then you're talking about the same people that they had to have barkers out in the front of Diagon Alley to get people to go, by the way, it's in there.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
get
totally
that.
killed it because the first week it was so cool that the people out front would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
acted like they had no idea. So
It's just crazy that people go. I think we've talked about before that people spend that much money on a holiday to somewhere like that and then don't do the
Don't
research.
plan it,
I said before, I used to work with a girl who went over, and she didn't do Spider-Man because she didn't realize it was there. And it's like, how do you not know it's there? Like, I know I've said before that I find the entrance to Spider-Man a little bland and a little blended in and stuff, but I would
It's not
surely.
invisible.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I guess like if you're seeing all the other superhero like cutouts that are just all over the place, I guess you could, in theory, see it that way. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know,
it's
that's
not.
weird, though.
It's not a grand entrance. Yeah, but more to the fact that why would you not have a look what was in the park before you go? That's half the fun is the planning.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time we came over, we spent a year going through a guidebook
Every
and
night,
making a
wasn't it?
list of, right, so we had must do,
We
want
took
to
the
do,
list in the park every
and
day.
then
We
if
mapped
we've
it
got
off.
time and add every single ride in all 4 Disney parks, both Universal parks and SeaWorld in this list of must-dos, want-to-dos, and then if we've got time.
We took this list in with us every day with a pen and marked off what we'd done.
How sad.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm with you. I would print out a map of a new grocery store if if there was available.
And do you remember what else we used to do when we were doing the trip reports? When we'd done a ride, we'd write a number on the map, and we started at number 1 and carried on.
So we knew in what order
we'd done everything.
Yeah, because we used to write trip reports.
Epic trip reports.
They're still on the dib, actually, for the first couple.
Hey,
Them were the
that
days.
was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Can't even be bothered to write postcards now.
Thing is, our trip reports are now audio trip reports. If you
This
go,
is true.
like
these are our trip reports.
our trip in 2013 is, it's there for everyone to listen to, and again from
Absolutely.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the show. Number 12. We're getting to halfway. You can get some answers from the Goblin. So in the money exchange, you can ask the Goblin. This is the money exchange in Diagon Alley. Yes. You can ask the Goblin any question. Can you now? And he will respond. But he responds better to certain questions.
Yeah.
I imagine that's to do with money, and
We've been in.
I know, but it was like we walked in and we walked out. So yeah, try asking him about the dragon in Gringotts next time you visit.
Mm.
Oh.
I have to do that. It's a little embarrassing to do, to be honest, because it's like a really quiet line.
Yeah.
So it's just awkward to be the one to be like, "Hey, Goblin dude."
It's cool though. I wonder, because it's not like the Mystic Fountain where it's, if you've got kids, put your hands over their ears now. It's not a guy sat in a booth sort of watching what's going on and responding in real time.
What are you talking about?
James Keaton.
He made so much crap up, does this, Lee?
I assume it's like Talking Mickey was in the Magic Kingdom when it first started. They've got a list of so many responses that, but the kind of generic ones that could relate to many different questions. Because I think like it has a stock answer that's something like, "I'm too old to answer questions like that," or something like that.
So that's the answer I'd get if I asked what colour underpants he had on.
Probably.
I'm going to try that.
I'm too busy to answer questions like that. We did go in and we did watch.
Yeah.
We were in there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that's that.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 13, which happens to be in Jurassic Park. It says, "Don't shave this Jurassic reference off your visit."
Oh, I wonder what it could be.
If you're a Jurassic Park fan, or even a big Jurassic Park fan, this Easter egg can really shave your trip.
What does that even?
There's some terrible puns. I think it's meant to be like a save your trip. It's terrible.
Yeah, but even that, what?
I don't
So
know.
they could have come up with things like it could be your trip's shave you.
That's even
Yeah,
worse.
they're fine.
This trip
Exactly.
is in shambles. Nothing has gone right. What is going to shave this trip? What is going to do it?
Well, it's funny you should ask that, Darren, because in the Jurassic Park Discovery Centre, at the ground floor of the same building that holds the Burger Digs, lies a can of Barbasol shaving cream, which is a nod to the Jurassic Park movie.
That's it. This has saved the trip for me. None of these rides has turned my mood around, but seeing this can of Barbasol has really, really shifted my mood to the positive.
Now, looking at this, I really must ask you a question.
Behave.
But I'll shave it for later.
Oh,
Tim Tracker's favourite Easter egg. It's cool though. Another one of those
cool,
hidden things. I don't think I've ever seen it.
We have. In fact, somewhere we've got a photo.
No.
Yeah.
I know Derek included it in one of his Saturday Sixes, but I don't think I've actually seen it.
We have.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like in a cart in the hatching area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Indeed. The next one, the doctor is in. If you go to Seuss Landing, this sounds like one for Tracy.
Yep.
Okay. One of the photo op areas is home to a doctor very special to the park. Find the police motorcycle on Mulberry Street with 3 characters holding flags behind it, and you'll see Dr. Seuss himself holding one of those flags.
It's the one on the left.
Yeah, for those British people, it's the one that looks like Rolf Harris.
That's why I'm not getting a tattoo of Dr. Seuss on my arm, because I don't want to explain why I've got Rolf Harris tattooed.
I don't know what that means.
Right, next one is immigrate to a secret tour. Oh, I wonder what this could be. If you've ever been in line for a Men in Black alien attack, you've seen the giant immigration room that comes straight out of the Men in Black movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have. If it's a slow enough day at the ride, you can actually get a tour of the ground floor of the immigration room if you ask a team member at the line for the ride.
I think we were one of the first people that kind of popularised this. Because that day we got taken down, where there was
We got taken down? Why? What did we do?
Yeah, there was you and me and the kids and Darren. That was awesome. It was so cool.
Awesome.
It's like our little team member friend was like, when you come over, how would you like a tour of the immigration? We were like, what?
Filling in our forms, our Galaxy visas and things. And signing the book.
It was when all the people were going past, going into the ride, and he was shouting, look at the aliens in their natural habitat.
That was fun.
But then it's like, after we did it, it was such a special thing. It's like, no one gets to come down here, and this is awesome, and we're so
everybody
cool.
was there.
And then, after that, it just like everyone seems to know about it now. I think even Universal themselves have actually put it out as like a thing now.
It was cool that was our refreshment stop as well on the RIP tour.
Well, I'm pretty sure that when the ride first opened, I think I've said this before, that as far as I'm aware, it was the team members' break room.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
But they were getting abused by people walking past or something.
People
so
throwing things down at them and stuff like that. People spoil everything.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Because I would have thought that would have been awesome, because everyone's dressed in all the sort of the white shirt, black tie, black trousers, and to see them all sat there having their lunch, like it would have been a proper immigration room, would have been so cool.
And I just want to say, those white plastic bobbly looking chairs are actually really comfortable.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, cool down
there. But
because
we've been down. I forgot we'd been down in there for the RIP tour as well.
We've done some cool things. Yeah.
We have. Is it me?
It is you.
Oh. Well, make it number 16. It says, make your visit rock with a backstage tour. I knew about this one. I've never been on it. I know people who have been on it. Okay. Guests can get a full walking tour of the Hard Rock Cafe, including a backstage tour, depending on how busy the restaurant is or if there is a music act that day. Just ask one of the Vibe hosts there for a tour and enjoy stories of the history of the Hard Rock chain, the history of the musical memorabilia on the walls, backstage, and numerous genres of music. That doesn't make any sense to me. That sentence.
It does.
On the walls backstage. All right, of the walls backstage.
And numerous genres of music.
Yes.
I think that would be so cool to do because there's so many iconic bands have played, and the stuff that's in there, the memorabilia is
We've
unbelievable.
never even been in there, have we?
I haven't been in that one. Been in a couple of others.
Edinburgh.
And Manchester.
Yeah, I've only been to Edinburgh. But yeah, I know it's something they did. I think if I remember rightly,
Look how cool the hotel is.
I'm surprised they don't do one at the hotel because there's loads of stuff around the hotel, don't they?
I bet if you asked.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they don't do one at the hotel as well, because I think there's probably just as much memorabilia over there as there is in the cafe itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone around and looked at everything probably at the restaurant, but I've never actually taken the tour. So definitely gonna have to do that on the next trip out.
Be cool.
The next one is get paid in the park. I've actually gotten to do one of these one time.
Okay.
Recruiters scout guests in the park and ask them a set of questions. Based on the answers the guests provide, the recruiter will decide if they're eligible to enter what is called the Preview Center. This is the Gardens of Allah.
It is now, isn't it? Yeah, I think when this was written, that won't have been opened, I don't think.
Oh, really?
Where was it before, Darren?
Well, I mean, I was in a different one completely. It was in the New York area.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if all of them were over there or not, but
Where were we when I got approached?
Over by Transformers.
Yeah. See,
Because there was-
I tried to rule myself up. I said I was from the UK. They said that's fine.
And we were like, we haven't got time for $10. Are you having a laugh?
I know, it was also our last day.
Yeah.
It's our last morning.
Yeah.
I think it's was done in such a way that they could set it up in different areas depending on where they wanted to set up. But so this is where guests will view shows, ads, and other forms of entertainment. At the conclusion, guests will answer a list of questions and give their opinions based on what they watched. These opinions directly affect whether the show or ad makes it onto television, and guests are compensated in cash for their participation. The one I did was actually looking at bathroom fixtures.
Wow.
Yeah, in one of the New York facades, just like went in there and they had everything all set up, and you just like walked around with a card and marked off like which one you liked. It was like A or B.
Okay, that's weird.
Like, this one or this one, yeah. And then I think it took me about 10, 15 minutes, and they gave me $30 for it.
That's not bad.
So the tell you like have a good feel of them and things like that.
Shut up.
What did you do? They take you to the bathroom. Which knobs do you like?
Behave. If I was an annual pass holder, I'd be there every weekend. I'd be paid.
What, in the bathroom?
No, doing these preview things. I'd go every weekend until I'd paid for my annual pass.
Lee's there in the corner, like, I'm just here to check out the knobs.
Come on, it's the way to stick it to the man. So
Lee!
Oh my god!
You said it.
I'm trying to be serious here.
Wow,
you pay $300 for your annual pass and then go and get your money back by doing these. So effectively, your annual pass has cost you now because Universal will give you the money back.
Well, go on then.
Well, I haven't got an annual pass. I don't live there, and I can't go every weekend.
I can change all of that.
I can't.
Well, the problem is in a lot of cases, they don't need anybody from Florida. Because every time we go up there, they're like, "Oh, would you like to participate? Yes. Are you a Florida resident? Yes. Okay. Well, have a good day."
Yeah.
Have you ever considered saying no?
What's that?
Have you ever considered the word no? Are you from Florida? No.
Not
I'm from Illinois, actually.
I guess you could. That would be lying.
And?
I can't lie to Universal.
Of course you can.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, you should. They lie to you all the time.
Right. Number 18. The second entrance into Universal Studios. And we just heard this is closed.
No, it's not closed, is it?
Okay. All right. If you walk past the Hard Rock Cafe with the restaurant to your left, then take a left.
It's a right,
It's a right. You will not find. If you follow these directions, you will not find. You'll be behind the Hard Rock Cafe.
If you take a left, you'll end up backstage near the back end of Cat in the Hat.
I don't think you ever by those bathrooms
Yeah.
that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if you walk past the Hard Rock Cafe with the restaurant to your left, take a left and then take a right,
Yeah.
you'll find a second entrance into Universal Studios. Now, this usually opens around 10 a.m. This entrance doesn't hold the same hours as the main one. However, it does let you into the park right next to Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket.
I know
Everybody's favorite ride.
it seems to be, it's quite a thing in the annual pass holders group at the moment that a lot of people, if they're in there, they'll sort of post, say, it's not open this morning. I've seen quite a few people say, we tried to get in that way this morning, it's not open. So you can't rely on it being open, but if it's open, it's a great way to get in the parks.
I mean, we've used it, but I'm not entirely... I mean, especially leaving, I'm not convinced it's a quicker exit.
No, but getting in,
Yeah, but
You miss
getting
all that crap at the front of the park having to go through the turnstiles with everybody else because you're not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the proper like thumbprint scanners or anything, does it?
Yeah,
Did it?
it does. Yeah.
No,
Well,
it
you
does,
just-
but there's just nobody there.
Yeah.
Usually, so
Yeah.
Had some good interactions there.
The downside to it, the risk is it's like quite a walk off to the side. If it isn't open, then you got a long way to trek back.
Yeah.
See, that's
and
why
you've
you
probably,
have
like,
kids.
tripled the amount of time. Yeah, true.
Send the kids for.
Yeah, go and have a run round. If it's open, come and tell us.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder why it is there, actually, because it's not somewhere that you're going to happen to be. It seems a
You're buying
strange
Blue Man
one.
Group tickets from the box office. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. It's a strange one.
Uh-huh. Who knows? Somebody does.
I wonder if Islands of Adventure has one. Should be the other side, bringing in by the Cat in the Hat, because we know you can get through there,
Well, we do.
because we've done it.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go then. Number 19 is Have a Rough Trip. There's puns in this are terrible, by the way. All three of Universal's deluxe hotels are pet friendly.
Good.
They include the Lowe's no, it is exactly all of these. The Lowe's Royal Pacific Hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel, and the Portofino Bay. So you can take your dogs and cats, and that's about it.
Take rats.
Probably not. Bearded dragons, no, I doubt it. Feral cats, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You take your cat. Who takes their cat on vacation?
I don't know, why would you take
Weird
your dog?
people.
I suppose if you've got no option to board them or get someone, or if you know, because I'll be honest, I wouldn't be happy about leaving my dog at a boarding kennels.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got another option, I suppose it's an easy way. But then they've got boarding kennels on site, so you're still doing it. I don't know.
I would like somebody out there to turn up with a goldfish in a bowl and say, "Here, look after this for the day."
The Cat in the Hat.
There is that, yes.
You may have to
something a bit-
reach out to them and see about getting out and see what sort of facilities they offer, because I think they actually have like a proper sort of high-end boarding kennels. It could be quite interesting.
Nice. The next one I have is Love is in the Air.
Everywhere you look around.
Oh, just because you liked singing.
Bugger off.
Next time you're at Islands of Adventure's port of entry, look up to see two lovebirds perched on the arch. Facing together, forming a heart with their beaks, these cooing birds are often missed by guests.
It's one of my favourite little things.
There's
This.
a lot
It's
of
it's
things
just off to the
missed by
side.
guests.
It's not on the direct path. You have to look around for them.
It's at the entrance. Is it right at the entrance
It's at
to
the
the
entrance,
left-hand side?
but you have to look around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's lovely.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff in Port of Entry,
love
though. My plan when we went last time was to just spend a couple of hours in Port of Entry. It never happened. It probably never will.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a nice one, that. The little lovebirds. But as you say, there's lots of
There is, and
little
it's
touches in there.
it's again one of those places just like people aren't bothered. They just want to get
What's
into the park.
It's like Main Street in Magic Kingdom is famed for, go down the alleys and listen because you'll hear the tap dancing studios.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same.
Very much the same.
There's arguments going on. There's music. There's cups and saucers clattering together and stuff like that. It's one of my favourite places. I love it.
I know.
I'd live there.
And let's be honest, we've been guilty of just blasting through it for many, many trips without actually taking it in.
That's it. Well, you're there for a purpose of
Riding rides, basically.
riding rides.
Yeah, but there's more to it. That's why it's a theme park, not a amusement park.
Boom.
Yes, Dad. And number 21, you've got mail. Now you can send mail from either Hogsmeade Village or from Rocket Air at the port of entry. And if you send your mail from Hogsmeade Village, your letter will get a special Hogsmeade Village postmark. But we know from, was it Cas Gray a few years back, did it?
It's a
And it's-
ball ache.
It is, because you have to buy your postcard from here, you have to buy your stamps from there, and then you have to go and get it stamped there. It was just, ugh.
I think we
Make it simple.
mentioned this recently because I looked into the port of entry one to see if they still do it. And they do still do it because it was
I even know where it is.
Tyler.
Yeah.
I messaged Tyler about it and he told us I think they pick up on something like Mondays and Wednesdays, I think.
Cool.
It is cool. I'm going to send myself a postcard next time I'm there.
Yeah.
You should have had this one. Number 22, and this is the worst pun we've had so far. I don't even know how to say this and make it sound like what it's supposed to sound like, but, right? It says, pumpkin up your visit. Pump up your visit, pumpkin. Yeah, it's terrible. You've heard of Butterbeer?
Yes, we have.
I should hope so. That's not a hidden secret. But have you
What's
heard...
that now?
Oh, Darren, you know exactly what it is.
Beer made of butter.
But have you heard of pumpkin fizz?
Yes.
At least it wasn't pumpkin juice. They went for pumpkin fizz because pumpkin juice, even if you don't drink it, you see it. Those bottles are so iconic in the carts and stuff. But pumpkin fizz, it's one of those that probably not a lot of people know about.
It's no
It is
pumpkin juice.
Available at the Three Broomsticks or the Hogshead Head pub, and it's basically carbonated pumpkin juice.
It doesn't have the pulp in it, and that's all the important
It's
bits.
still nice though.
It's nice, but I like pumpkin juice.
I like it. Oh, Darren.
I like the bits of cinnamon in it and everything.
If Hunter was here, he'd be backing us up.
You would have a butterbeer over that anyway.
Over pumpkin juice or
Yeah.
pumpkin fizz?
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's a toughie. Would I have a butterbeer over a pumpkin juice? I don't know. It depends how I feel. To be honest, I'm kind of done with cold butterbeer now.
Like cold and frozen or just cold?
Both. Like a cold one, I'd much rather go for the hot.
I'd rather go for the ice cream.
But if I was
Pumpkin juice in one hand, a butterbeer ice cream in the other, I'm sorted.
if I was going for the drink, like I don't drink it cold anyway because I think it's disgusting. Frozen was always my go-to, and even that's I think I had one last time, and it's like it's quite bland.
Watered
This
down
actually.
now.
No,
So
I want a frozen butterbeer float with butterbeer soft serve in it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That's easy enough done.
True.
Yeah. You have to do it yourself though.
Yeah, but it'd be. I wonder because you could do it. You could do it with any of the flavors. I wonder what other flavors.
Pumpkin fizz butterbeer float.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Darren, does Nina? I think I've asked you this before. Does Nina like pumpkin juice?
I don't think so. I hope not.
More for me.
No.
Nina, when you listen to this, let me know. I'm not going to take Darren's word for it. I want to know. And don't lie just because you're trying to protect his feelings.
Oh, dear, before this gets any worse. Number 23, take a shot at the director. If you're blasting aliens on Men in Black Alien Attack, keep an eye out for a certain famous director. Wearing a Jurassic Park baseball cap and reading a newspaper, you can take a shot at Steven Spielberg. Take that for E.T. When you take a shot at it with your laser cannon, the newspaper lowers even, revealing a 3-headed alien. Yes, it does.
Everyone must know that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never mentioned.
I think it happens when you shoot him or not, actually, even. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. That's on the right hand side, isn't it?
Yeah. He was part of the. There was him, Frank, and something else you hit for a.
See, I've never seen Frank.
Oh, I hit Frank every
he's
time.
in the last room. Steven Spielberg's in the very last room on the left, right before you turn around and hit the red button.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, because he's part of one of the triple shot combos. I know Frank is, and there's another one that's part of the.
I've ridden that
combos.
ride more than anything else. It shows how much notice I actually take of it.
Tut.
I'm too busy in the zone just trying to shoot things.
All right. Well, the next one. All right, this one is for me. Good job. Get a blast from the future on the Simpsons ride. Okay. In this case, it's more of a blast from the past. In the pre-ride video for the Simpsons ride, Doc Brown makes a cameo attempting to borrow money to save the Institute of Future Technology. This is a tribute to the Back to the Future, the ride, which the Simpsons ride replaced, sadly and horribly.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
It's funny, we kind of mentioned this already, haven't we, with like all the nods to the older rides and stuff.
And well, where the video screens are too in the queue, unless it's the busy time of year, you won't get stopped there. So in order to even see it, you kind of have to just like hang out there and let people go past you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does. They still have it on there, and it still cycles. So
Cool. It's good, but it's like it's twofold, isn't it? Because it's like a cool little nod, but then it's a kick in the teeth for like you, Darren.
Yeah.
It's like you have to remind me every time I ride this ride that one of my favorite rides in the park's not there anymore.
yeah, and if you want to go even deeper in the inception of that, ask the Doc Brown that works at the park about it,
Oh,
because he has something to say about it as well. I'll tell you.
right. Anybody going to the
Surprise.
parks, you need to video that for us and send it to us.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued now. That's cool.
Yeah. And finally, number 25. I'm not quite sure why you're not taking this
Just
one.
go.
Okay. Number 25, a Minion's favourite treat. In the outside portion of the wait line for Despicable Me, Minnie and Mayhem, you see banana trees just outside. And that's because those Minions love bananas.
Now, do the team members get to those bananas before the guests do? Because if I was hungry, I'd nib one of those bananas off that
Depends
tree.
on whether there's actually bananas growing on the trees.
It's a banana tree. Surely there must bananas growing on the banana tree.
I think they probably cut them down as soon as they start growing.
Have you seen how bananas grow?
Yeah, big bunchy
They're
things.
huge. If one of those fell on a guest,
Yeah.
yeah.
I say, here, sorry for your inconvenience.
Have a banana.
Ooh, have a banana. Your compensation's there. Have a banana or two. In fact, you can all have one each. That's cool, though.
That's funny.
Because if you ever meet any of the Minions characters, if you just say, "Oh, there's a banana over there," they go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's about as themed as the queue is outside, anyways. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a shame that I wonder if they'd have realised Despicable Me was going to be as big a success as it was, whether we'd have got something more akin to what they did in Hollywood. Yes, Hunter, if you're listening, that word is akin, not akin.
We're not doing the roast yet.
I can. Oh my God, I'm going to have his life when we do that.
Oh, wow.
Blaming.
Not swearing. I will bleep it out.
Good.
I said at the end of the last one. But yeah, I wonder, if they'd maybe if we'd have seen,
City Funland.
yeah, replace Kid Zone, if they'd have realised.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You've got three films worth of material to do a whole land over at this point with a new film coming out. So
Yeah.
such a shame that all it got was, it's like a lot of people
Rubbish
have complained a little bit about the Frozen ride in Epcot, and also what they did, with Tangled. Tangled's one of the best Disney films to come out for a long time,
Got a bloody
and it
toilet.
got toilets.
Yeah.
And then the same with Frozen. Frozen is Disney's arguably biggest animated film of all time, and it got an overlay onto an existing ride,
Which I liked.
Yeah. Well, even better at Frozen now is it's toilets and a photo op. They have a photo op where you can hold one of the lanterns from the movie in front of
Tangled.
Yeah, Entangled. Yeah, in front of the bathrooms there, and all the pictures I've seen that people have taken there have somebody like awkwardly like walking out of the bathroom pulling their pants off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is cool what they did, but it's just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can never, you look at, I suppose Jurassic World was possibly the same. No one expected that to be as big as it did, and it was huge.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Very true.
There you go. I think we knew all of those, didn't we?
Yeah,
Was there
we did.
anything in there that nobody knew?
No. Not
No,
me.
I can't think of anything.
No.
None of these.
Well, we knew enough that where to adjust them when we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 things you might not have known. 25 things you probably did know.
25 things that if you listen to this show, you should know.
Yeah. Things that we've mentioned ourselves numerous times.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then, this might be the first time someone listens to us, and they
Absolutely.
might not know. They might be going for the first time, and it's just reiterating stuff. They reckon people have to hear or see something 7 times for it to eventually sink in. So,
Yeah. And remember, if you do know all these, then feel superior.
yes,
And if you didn't know them all, don't feel bad, but you know them all now.
exactly.
Right, so we shall leave it there. Thank you for listening for our little waffling of 25 things. And we shall see you next time. So for Lee, Darren, and myself, this has been the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Good night.
That's it for another Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Make sure you never miss a show by subscribing on iTunes, and while you're there, please leave us a rating and a review. Listen to us on Stitcher, Google Play, and all your podcast apps. Email us with any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com, or even better, record your message at speakpipe.com/uuopodcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Check out our blog for even more content at uuopodcast.com. Well, that's a wrap. See you next week.